So today we once again gonna talk about some Reddit things. Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna be about. Maybe it is leading to something pretty amazing as it did, I think, the last time. Yesterday I haven't recording anything because I'm still having like 3 full episodes left for just editing and then just doing something with them. So yeah, I do have some access thing. But yeah, anyway, my friend showed it to me and it reminded me of this subreddit. The biggest lesson for me this year was been to just keep going. Lost everything, just keep going. Don't know what you're doing, just keep going. $0.88 in the account, just keep going. People played you, just keep going. No obstacle has been able to crush me, I keep going. Which I do have to say, like, yeah, just keep going, but do it in a smart way. Like, okay, you're having 88 cents in your fucking account and you're just willing to buy something stupid. No, don't keep going. Do something intelligent with it, do something smart with it, probably save it, Don't do anything with it, therefore, which is keeping going and or the best option there. So yeah, I know where this is leading and I know why. I think it makes sense. I think it is good advice in general, but as I said, just doing it in a smart way and doing it in a not a stupid, not like a open your eyes. I think, yeah, open your eyes and do things that make sense and just keep going. Hi, I'm a college student interested in making an app that gets people together to check up on how they're deciding to be better. Would you be interested? Well, anyway, I'm gonna skip that. I just ate fruit for the first time in my life. Yes, you read that right. I'm 17 years old and I've never eaten fruit or vegetables. Allow me to give some context. I've never had a good relationship with food. As a kid, I was overweight, very underweight, to the point I had to have weird milkshakes prescribed by my doctor to help me have the energy to make it through the day. I didn't have an eating disorder, I just never felt hungry, and when I ate, I got full so easily. I would refuse all fruit. Well, I think it makes sense. I mean, if you're never eating anything, and you're then eating something, of course, you're going to be very full very, very easily and very fast because your stomach is maybe like this tiny. There's nothing in it quite. And there's also like no expansion. It's not, it's probably really, how should I say? There is not a lot of space in your stomach then if you don't eat anything most often. So yeah. Blah 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 blah. I would refuse all fruit and vegetables, and my mom was quite neglectful to the point where to avoid her kid getting annoyed, she just allowed me to get away with eating like crap. As I went through puberty, I started to get normal levels of hunger and become a normal weight. But I still never ate fruit and veg. If you're wondering, somehow I never had any issues. Well, I had an iron deficiency and probably a vitamin C deficiency, which is actually very, very, very rare these days, because, most often vitamin C is somehow supplemented to whatever stuff that you're eating, like some milk products and some other shit, there is added vitamin C. But anyway, I also had bouts of vertigo, but no, I never had rickets. My teeth are very healthy and I have quite clear skin. Got lucky, I guess. I would say so as well, like very lucky. Due to me looking normal and feeling pretty normal, I never felt the need to change my diet. Recently, however, I realized I need to change my life. I stopped eating foods that caused me to binge. I've brought vegetables, fruits, and work out daily. And tonight I ate 2 raspberries. Not a lot, I know, but my body tries to make me gag when I chew it, as I'm not used to the texture yet. I love raspberries so far, and I'm obsessed with Pinterest at the moment. Haha. I think it is amazing. Well, there is a pro tip. Pro tip for enjoying vegetables. Roast them in the oven or saute them. Do it until they have plenty of brown crispy bits on them. Too many of us have been traumatized by tasteless boiled vegetables. Do yourself a favor and go for the tasty versions first. And something that I've read today was, as I've been also changing my diet a little bit towards eating less carbs, more protein, to just really kind of recomposite my body once again and really get into good shape, as I'm actually really looking forward to that. And today would actually be my cheat day, but I've eaten a bit of a sausage, which is something that I didn't do for quite some time, but I haven't been cheating in a way that I've been like the past actually a few months, I would say, I think 2-3 months, because I've incorporated this day because I've had a really bad relationship to food. But the problem was in the end that I was using this day to just eat way too much. First of all, it just really fucked with my physique. Second of all, I was really feeling shit and also got kind of ill because of that, you know? I have then gotten issues with my throat, like a sore throat, which I'm actually having quite often, but you know, because of that, I got it, which was very interesting. Even though I do want to say that my quote-unquote cheat day wasn't consisting of foods like chocolate and some overly processed foods, like totally not. You know, the majority of what I've eaten or what I've been eating was oats. Quite a lot of oats, though. Like a full package, 500 grams, which is 1,800 calories or something, and is having just such a lot of carbs. And I've got the conclusion that this is quite it. You know, first of all, this is quite it why my physique wasn't that amazing or isn't that amazing at this point in time, up to the point. And also why I felt so bad, you know, because most often when I then eat oats, I do feel not that good. And so I thought, well, why am I doing that then? You know, it is hurting me in a lot of ways and I don't really seem to need it any longer. So today is actually the first Saturday, my first day without cheating and without eating a bunch of shit and also feeling like having to eat so much. Like, okay, today's my cheat day, so I gotta make it count. And so I ate just way too much. And I don't know, like often I didn't really enjoy it then. You know, like I enjoyed eating something different once in a while, but per se, not really quite, you know? So I thought, I actually like healthy food. I like non-fatty food that's just not making me feel that really greasy and shit. And I'm gonna stick to that. You know, it's gonna help my physique. It's gonna probably help me emotionally, mentally as well. Still, I gotta incorporate like watching a movie or something like that, which I'm normally not doing, into today, like quote unquote cheat day or rest day or whatever you wanna call it. So this is one thing that I'm gonna keep, but and probably just eating a few things differently than I'm just normally not eating. But yeah, anyway. So in terms of veggies and dieting, of course, yeah. So because of this journey that I'm on or in, I have looked up Zac Efron's diet once again, also his workout plan and whatnot. Because I had to look for something, and I thought, well, what am I doing wrong? You know, what am I doing differently than all those people that are working out super hard, which I'm quite doing, but they're seeing way better results than I did. And the conclusion, I think, was that I just needed to eat more protein. And yeah, so in terms of calories, it's probably going to be a bit higher than I was the past few days, just because I've been really cutting down on carbs, like no oats whatsoever. And yeah, so I need to get more protein. And he also said that once you really get used to this diet, you actually are just pretty much looking forward to all those healthy meals that you're gonna get. And it is definitely something that I can confirm. Like, I am looking forward to my meals. I really am. And this is also one of the reasons why on my cheat days, I still was looking forward to the meals. Like, they have been tasting nice and whatnot, but I think I've just overdone things. And I can still cook very, very fucking nicely tasting meals with just those ingredients that are not gonna make me feel bad and whatever. So yeah, you know, start your diet now and then, yeah, period. Start your diet now. Pro tip I've read that already. My mother's guidance on vegetables from where I was a kid, or when I was a kid. Use some butter, some salt, but eat them first while they are hot. Cold vegetables are horrible. She's so very correct. Don't use butter though. Like, you can use better, or you can use a better fat, or add just no fat. You know, I actually do have to say, like, veggies are tasting fucking great. I'm not eating any sweet, so it's basically, besides fruits, the only sweet thing that I'm having, because I do think carrots taste sweet, and I do think that paprika tastes sweet as well. So yeah. What about salad though? What? You don't like hot salad? What about hot fruit? What? You don't like hot fruit? Hot fruit is actually nice. Guava or pineapple. Yeah, I do have to say so as well. But I don't know in which way this is changing how you're digesting the fruit. So it might be actually worse to eat them warm as it is with quite everything, you know? Maybe just as I'm thinking about it, maybe it is sometimes making things worse because you actually don't have to cook it. Especially when it comes to veggies and fruits. Like, you could eat them like they are. You don't have to cook them. So, yeah, it's, eating them uncooked, most veggies, not all of them, of course. I think it makes more sense in terms of getting all the nutrients that are in them, So because if you're cooking them, there's probably going to be some loss of vitamins and or minerals or whatever it might be about. But if you're eating them raw, then you probably get everything. On the other hand, we've gotten the skill of cooking. We've gotten a skill of fire. So there's also a reason why we cook meat, for example, to just make it more easily digestible, as far as I know. So this might definitely also be the case for some veggies, and might also be a solution for some people that are having problems with digesting certain types of vegetables and or fruits, I think. Now the CEO of world's biggest company. My father spent a year's salary on my US ticket so that I could attend Stanford. A backpack costs the same as my dad's monthly salary. That's fucking insane. Sundar Pichai. That's amazing. Like, it really is amazing. I love those stories. I love the stories of people that came from nothing but still made it to something. And they're not that rare, though. I gotta have to say that. I don't want to be like, or I don't want to emphasize too much those people that really got to something amazingly big, like being the CEO of Microsoft, and so on and so on. But I mean, if you're coming from nothing, but you're able then in another country with another language to create yourself a relatively normal life, without being rich and whatnot, but having a decent income and just being able to live decently, this is an amazing accomplishment. It really is, Yeah, if you're one of these people, congrats. I fucking enjoyed that. Someone stole my order. Deciding to be better. Let's see. This probably was going to be the last one. It depends on how long it is. Well, it's fine, actually. Last night we ordered Chipotle online to pick up while I was out. Husband stayed home, but I wanted to leave the house for retail therapy. I'm in my third trimester between painful contractions and the need to pee. I shouldn't be far from a bathroom or just shooting the shit in random public places. I got there a little before my order was ready and noticed everyone was waiting. Looked for my order, it wasn't there, so I sat and waited. For 30 minutes I waited while everyone who entered after me picked up their orders. The Chipotle team member was working her ass off doing to go orders. And I didn't see any reason to bitch at her over an online order. While she was announcing that she was going on break, I approached and asked about my order just to learn that someone had stolen it earlier. Called my husband for proof of the order so we can have it remade, and he was pissed. Ranting about who would do this, why are people like this. I understood his frustration. However, instead of joining, I painted a different picture for him, explaining that the person who stole the order wasn't doing it deliberately because they hated us. It was because they needed the food. Probably stalked out the place and took the heaviest bag, ours, and ran out. Yes, it's annoying, but we are lucky that we aren't in that person's situation. Our meal could have been the first time he ate today, and I couldn't be upset at his methods of survival. Well, yeah. I wasn't worried. I was grateful that Chipotle made the food over without extra costs. I understood that my extra time waiting patiently at Chipotle came at the cost of someone being able to eat. Typically, I'd be foaming at the mouth with anger and resentment instead, I thought of this sub and decided to be better. Avoid complaining and be patient. I think it worked out for the best. I'm excited about future situations where I'll work to curb or curb my anger and think of the party who hurt me as a needy person versus someone who's out to get me. And I think it is an amazing way to think about things. Like, okay, I mean, this person is doing something to me, but let's think about the person, let's not always think about oneself. Like, okay, they stole my food and it's been my order and it's been my whatever. But what about the other person? What position must the other person be in if he or she is doing so? Or this, that, whatever. Like, really think about that. And I think we all come to conclusions like, well, this person must be in a pretty fucking shitty place so that he or she is actually doing that. Because I don't really believe that so many people would be doing it if there was no need for doing that. Of course, like, there's going to be exceptions and whatnot, but yeah, let's think about the other person more often, always. And yeah, I think that I'm going to end the episode there. So I wish you the best health, wealth, happiness, and also success. And I also hope that you're going to remind yourself and you're going to be remembered, which basically means your legacy, and basically means just being a nice person and then being remembered as a nice person, which is a pretty fucking cool thing. 3 other questions that I'm having you are: why are you here? What are you trying to change? And what is bothering you the most? These 3 questions are hopefully going to show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea, which is a pretty fucking cool thing as well. And yeah, one last idea that I want to give you is, what could you essentially say to another person that's indeed going to change their life? Because I totally believe that we all can say something and we all can communicate something that's indeed going to change somebody's life. And yeah, with that being said, please take care of yourself and your family members and all of your loved ones. And I'm hopefully going to see you the next time. So bye-bye. And thank you very much from the bottom of my heart.